we've just gotten started here, and already these guys have been handed a really difficult decision to make. Boy, you talk about a friendly turn of the cards. This is a great round for these guys as they get themselves a dynamic player right here. Boy, you talk about a friendly turn of the cards. This is a great round for these guys as they get themselves a dynamic player right here. Could we see another New Orleans Saint come off the board here? Still some big holes remaining to be filled. Here's where you may have to go after a lower-rated player, and this team does have a lot of needs, but this guy is a legitimate star, and he'll make everyone around him better. Well, not too tough to see into the thought process of that pick. Instant impact right there. That's a big leap forward from what they had on the roster to begin with. Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches, or someone who can really help you out at the playmaking type spot? Boy, it's finger-crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way. These are tough decisions here, offense or defense. Which side has the more pressing need?
The fire in our eyes, we're the kings, we're the queens, and if this is just a dream, don't wanna wake up.
Yeah, I think with that pick, you're just looking to build up your core. Get some guys in here that can help round out the roster.
Never running out of style, got the fight, got the stuff, got the never get.
I'm not sure that this selection is going to provide a huge punch, but he's at least a guy that does have some upside. One Seahawk's been taken already. Could there be a second to go here?
You know the part of the song, everybody sings along. Well, that's us, listen up, shout it out, I'm talking all night. The end is nowhere in sight. From the streets to the tracks, here's to never looking back, cause the past doesn't last. Long as we're together, just keeps getting better, just keeps getting better. We know we are brighter than all the stars. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. We make the rules, break 'em when we want to. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. Forever. Young forever. We'll stay young forever. Unwinding every moment, like the clock is broken. Never stopping, never slowing. Yeah, we're living wide open. Unwinding every moment, like the clock is broken. Never stopping, never slowing. Yeah, we're living wide open. We know we are brighter than all the stars. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. We make the rules, break 'em when we want to.
Era begins today. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Draft Champions. The 49ers enter play this afternoon, ready to see what they've got and how or if these pieces are gonna fit together. Their opponents in this one, the Chicago Bears.
Thank you very much, Larry Ridley. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. We are ready for this Draft Champions matchup as you get a quick peek at some of the stars in today's game. We're ready to go. Let's get down to kickoff. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball. That's why that play just never had a chance.
1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. Back deep is Doug Baldwin.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Now it's Baldwin. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Rivers on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Doug Baldwin, 55 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. And sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. The 49er defense now heading back out there. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense who said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And that defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Freeman again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. So they go out of the gun, try to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They sniffed it out and made sure there were no gaps for him to run. If you're the offense, though, you have to think to yourself, maybe I go play action down the road.
And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass.
You remember Timmy Jernigan at Florida State. His stoutness that was so impressive there, it still comes into play in the NFL, doesn't it?
If you call stout 300 pounds, and I do, then yes.
Used it well on that play and made a nice tackle for a loss. And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
To throw on 2nd, McNabb. Crowder's got it over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Complete to Gilmore, the tight end. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the 1st quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. One quarter down. It's a close game here early on. And we're back to upstate New York after this.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, Freeman. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Give the tackle to Jarris Boyd there.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now it's McNabb. Can't find anyone open. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just...
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. Cuts right. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Well, clearly that was a design play. I just don't know that it was the right design. Hey, your holder to have him pick it up and kind of be the power guy trying to run through the middle. Everything has to go right for that to work.
You mean you weren't relying on just great blocking to get him through? You kind of think maybe he can help make his own way if he's an actual running back instead of the holder? Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
They'll run it with Tony D. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is...
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Doug Baldwin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Santos now to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here we go. Try 38.
From the gun, here's McNabb. And he's got a moonwalk. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry... Hardly is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Brad Nordman now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.
Aaron Donald's secret, if there is one, to his play, his ability to contort his body in such a way that you can't get a good, clean block on it. He slides through holes and slides past blockers and makes plays just as we saw there.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
On 2nd down, Rivers again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. They go play action. Rivers. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now Rivers. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage looked defensively.
Not only did they drop it look like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kamal Ishmael. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the...
And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. To return, this is Doug Baldwin. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A 2nd down throw for Rivers. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? 'Cause that's the way this game's going right now.
Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And the hard count got the defense there, encroachment, and the 5-yard penalty.